question. Okay, 10th question. See, these all questions are based on principle of moments. Okay, so anti-clockwise moment and clockwise moment. If it is equilibrium, it means anti-clockwise moment equal to clockwise moment. That is total anti-clockwise moment equal to total clockwise moment. That we have to equate and we have to calculate. Okay, 10th question. Any doubt? Anyone have doubt in 10th? Okay, 11th.
No, sir.
11th question. Any doubt? Have you done?
Yes, sir.
11th
Yes.
question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have doubt in 8th question.
8th question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
uniform. A uniform meter rule is pivoted at its midpoint. Okay, pivoted at its midpoint. So we are having a uniform meter rule. It means the mass is distributed uniformly. If this is our scale, 0, here 100. Okay, it is pivoted at
Yes,
its
sir.
midpoint. So it is pivoted at 50 mark. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If weight of 50 GF is suspended at one end of it, so any one end of it we can take. Either we can suspend 50 grams here, 50 GF, or 50 GF. So I'm
Yes,
suspending
sir.
here 50 GF weight. Okay, 50 GF weight we have suspended here. Okay, it is gram force. Okay, 50 gram mass and force, that is 9.8. Okay, so we have suspended 50 GF weight at one of the ends. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Where should a weight of 100 GF? So now, where should we place 100 GF? Another weight is of 100 GF, and we have to place it somewhere, anywhere we have to place. Okay. And how we have to place? Such that to be suspended, to keep the ruler horizontal. That means it must be in equilibrium. This ruler must be horizontal. That means where should we suspend? This side is we suspend. Clockwise movement will be more and anti-clockwise movement no. So where should we suspend? Somewhere this side,
Yes, sir.
somewhere. So for example, we are suspending here 100 GF. Okay, 100 GF is suspended here, and let it be at a distance of x from the center. Okay, this we are suspended.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so because of this, okay, 50 GF, the ruler will be slightly down this side. If we suspend only 50 GF, it will be slightly down. There is a moment of force. Some force is being applied because of this weight. This weight is nothing but force. Because of this force, a moment of force will be there, torque will be there. And what will be the value of this? Which is this, clockwise or anti-clockwise moment? So total clockwise moment,
Clockwise.
here we have single only, so clockwise moment we can write.
Clockwise. Sir, clockwise.
Clockwise moment. It will be how much? Force applied into the perpendicular distance from the line of action. Okay, so it is 50 GF into
250.
50 centimeters. Okay, this is clockwise
50.
moment. Okay, now we calculate anti-clockwise moment. Anti-clockwise moment will be how much? It is anti-clockwise 100 GF into x. 100 GF into x. At x distance from the pivot, we have suspended 100 GF, and this x we have to calculate. And according to, since this ruler has to be horizontal, so according to principle of moments, what should be? Clockwise moment must be equal to anti-clockwise moment. Just equate them. So for example, okay, this will be better. Anti-clockwise moment equal to clockwise moments. Okay, so 100 GF into x equal to 50 GF into 50 centimeter. Okay, so x will be divided by 100 GF. Okay, it get cancelled. We are getting x equal to 25 centimeter.
25.
Okay. So this 25 centimeter is from where? It is from the center. That is from 50 mark. So from this pivot, it is 25 centimeters. Okay. From the other end, it is how much? It is 25 centimeter. It means from the other end, it is 25 centimeter. So
25
you can
centimeter.
write in any of these languages, either from the center, either from the pivot, it is 25 centimeters away on the other side, or it is 25 centimeter from the other end. Other end means this end we already suspended. So in comparison to this end, on the other end, we are suspending 25 centimeters away from the other end, or 25 centimeters from the pivot on the other side, on the other side. So both ways you can write the answers. Have you understood this one?
Sir, how we came to know that this length of the scale is 100 centimeter?
See here, read the question first. A uniform meter rule. Meter means 100 centimeter. That rule you have seen, that is 1
But
meter.
it could be, sir,
Yes.
it could be 200 centimeter also.
Okay, it is uniform meter rules. Then it would have been a uniform 2 meters rule. Okay. So mainly
Yes,
this
sir.
meter-
Yes, sir.
It is meter rule. Okay. Any more doubts in 8th question, 9th question, 9th, 10th, 11th? Any doubt? 12th? 12th seesaw you already have done in during childhood a lot. 12th, if your friend is fat and you are thin, then you used to sit at the farthest end. Your friend used to sit closer to the pivot. Yes or no? Okay. 13th. 13th, any doubt? 14th question. Anyone have doubt in 14th?
No, sir.
15th question. 15th. 16th.
No,
17th.
sir. No.
18th. Okay, do one thing.
No, sir.
Everyone complete the work. And next Monday, I'm going to ask again if you have doubt in this first 8 numericals. Okay. Everyone must complete the numericals this week. And next week on Monday, I'm going to ask again numericals if you have doubt. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do complete the work. Numericals, everyone must complete. Okay. Or else on Monday, I'll ask 3 students randomly to submit the work. Okay. So I'll ask 3 students on Monday to submit the work by 1:30 p.m. So you must complete or ask doubt in on Monday. Okay. If you don't complete,
Sir,
then
sir,
Yes.
8 and first chapter, both the chapters we have to submit.
no, only this first A numericals you sub. Not all. I won't be able to check all the notebooks on mobile. So only 3 students randomly I'll be asking to submit the work.
So I was asking that on question answer, if we don't write, then you will cut marks for it or not?
No, question marks, it is not necessary to write in the notebook. If you want to write, that's up to you. Okay. There are 28 or more than those questions. So figure out which questions are important or which questions need explanation. You can write those question answers. Okay. That's up to you. Okay. At least numericals you must do. Okay. Numericals you have to. See
Okay,
here
sir.
first. In first chapter, only first A is having numericals. So complete those. Okay. After this, we'll be starting 8th chapter as well. Numericals will start. Okay. So little will take. So 8th chapter, we'll be doing revision along with numericals. Okay. Is this clear?
Okay, sir.
So there may be 8th chapter as well in first unit test, may be possible. Okay. So do study both the chapters. Okay. 8th chapter will be starting soon to do. Okay. So first this week.
So
or
on the
next
next
week,
Monday,
on
so on the next
coming
Monday, you will
Monday,
check 8th
Yeah,
chapter
on-
also.
No, on coming Monday, chapter first is coming in unit test for time being. So first A exercise you complete, numericals.
Sir, but in syllabus that not given that 8 chapter is coming in the unit
Eight
test.
chapter is not given for time being, but if it is more postponed, like whenever it is going to take, I don't have much idea. We don't know much. So if it is much late, then we'll add second chapter, this 8th chapter as well. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We may, not sure. Okay. It will depend. I have to discuss with other teachers as well. So we may. Okay. So complete both the chapters. Okay. So 8th chapter will
Sir,
be
now
discussing.
what?
Okay, today we are starting second chapter. I will be discussing second chapter. Okay, some portion I will be discussing work. Okay, and now what you have to do, complete the numericals of first day. If you have doubt, okay, we are having one more coming. Okay, this week we are having more periods tomorrow, as well as two more periods are there. Either ask doubts in that period or on Monday. Till Monday you can ask. Okay, so complete before Monday. On Monday, I'll ask
Okay, sir.
3 students randomly. They have to come submit work within half an hour. That is, as your class gets over at 1 p.m., you have to submit within 1:30, within half an hour. Okay. So that way it means all has to complete. Those 3 random students can be anyone. And don't be absent. I can WhatsApp. Okay.
Sir, I
Those
have
3
completed.
students' name. That's good. Okay, I'm
Sir,
saying
I
for
have-
all, don't be absent in class. Okay, so now we can start. Okay, this thing you have understood, and then we will be starting 8 chapter numericals. Like few numericals will take 10 numericals each day. Okay, so we will be doing 5 or 6 numericals each day, and we'll be discussing them. Okay, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 numericals. I will give you that. Do these numericals, and if you do doubt in those we can take. Okay. So initial 5 to 10 minutes we'll take for the numericals if doubts are there, or else we'll continue the chapter. Okay. So let's start new chapter, work.
Sir, second chapter, work or energy?
It's work, energy, and power. So first we'll be discussing work, then energy, and then the power. And then different forms of energies. Then maybe their interconversion is there. Okay. So we are starting with, first we are discussing only work. So what do you mean by work? In daily life, we used to say that I'm sitting or walking, okay, or eating. You as well consider eating as work, yes or no? Like you are writing or studying something, you consider that as work. But in physics, these all things are not considered as work. In physics, whenever force is applied, if there is a moment of the body or the body get displaced from its position, then only work is being considered to be done. This is clear. So in physics, we consider work is to be done only when body is being displaced from its position. So while eating, you are sitting at the same position, so work done is 0. While writing as well, you are sitting at the same position, so work done is 0. Or eating, sleeping, those are not considered work in physics. Okay. So here we consider work in specific sense. That is when our body is being displaced from its position. Okay. If your body is not displaced, that means no work is done. 0 work is done. Okay. So whenever any force is applied on the body, if it get displaced, if its position is changed, then only we consider that work is being done. Okay. Okay, so for example, you are having a car. Okay, now you are pushing the car. So you are applying force. Okay, but car is not moving. Car is not moving, but you are continuously applying the force. So how much is the work done? It will be 0. Since car haven't moved, car hasn't moved, we are not able to move the car, or you are pushing the wall and the wall is not able to move. That means work done is 0 because wall is not displaced. Till there is no displacement, till there is no change in position, work done is 0. So in physics, work is only done when there is change in position of the body on which the force is being applied. Okay. So now the second question arises, how are we going to measure the work done? Okay. So if force is applied on a body, it gets displaced. Now we have to measure this work done. How we are going to measure the work done? So on what factors does this work depend? This work depends on which of all the factors? Okay. For example,
Magnitude of the force.
magnitude of the force. For example, if I apply little bit force, or if I apply more force, more motion is there, more displacement is there, little force, little, more. So it depends on the amount of force applied. If more the force is applied, more displacement will be there. So it depends on the magnitude of force, how much force is being applied. Magnitude of force, okay? This is important word, magnitude of force. Force is which kind of quantity? Scalar or vector? Force is which
Vector.
quantity? It's a vector quantity, it has a
Vector.
direction. It has magnitude as well as direction. So here in work done, we'll be taking the magnitude, okay? We'll be discussing it more detail after some time as well. We'll be taking magnitude of force. Second, when it is moving,
Displacement.
what is there? Displacement is there. Here as well, we'll be taking magnitude of displacement, okay? Okay, so work depends on force and displacement. This is clear. Work depends on force, it depends on displacement. So how much is the force applied? How much the body has been displaced from its position. Okay, for example, we are having two bodies, two different bodies. Okay, F1 is applied, F2 force is applied. Okay, and both have traveled. Okay, if F2 is F2 is more than F1 and both have traveled same distance. So in which case more work is done? Here
F2.
displacement is same, but it depends on magnitude of force and magnitude of displacement. Since displacement is same, but force applied, magnitude of force in second case is more, with second body is more. So more work done is with the second body. Or if I apply the same force on the both the bodies, okay, but displacement by the second body is more. Displacement of the second body is more. This time, on which body more work is done? It's second body.
F2.
F2. The F2 no, or second body it is. Force applied is same, but more displacement is in second case. So what depends on force, what depends on displacement. If more force is applied, more work is done. If more displacement is there, more work is done. This is clear. So they are directly proportional. More the force, more the work done. More the displacement, more the work done. This is clear. So work done
Yes, sir.
depends on magnitude of force and magnitude of displacement. Or we can say here, more precisely we can say, okay, see here. For example, this is our body and a force is applied. Okay, at this point of I'm applying the force. Now it will move in which direction? This direction, and it has been displaced. Okay. It's blue body. It haven't changed the color, the body. Okay. Okay. So this force we have applied and it has covered how much distance? Yes. So in which direction the displacement is taking place here? In the direction of the force, the direction in which we have applied the force, the body is being displaced in the same direction. So direction of the force and direction of the displacement, they are same. Okay, so we can define here work done here as well as it is equal to the product of the force and the displacement of the point of application of the force. Yes or no? What is the point of application of the force? The point where the force is being applied. This is the point A. Yes or no? This is the point where the force is being applied. So this is the point of application of the force. It has been displaced from here to here, to B. So we can define force is work is equal to magnitude of the force, that is force applied, multiplied with the product of the force applied and the displacement of the point of application of the force. Whose displacement? This point's displacement. And what is this point? It is the point of application of the force, the point at which the force has been applied. This is clear? So this point of force, it has been displaced by how much distance? S distance. Have you understood this? So we can write work done equal to magnitude of force multiplied with magnitude of displacement. Understood this one? This work done is magnitude of force multiplied magnitude of displacement. So here it means multiplication, not cross product. Okay, remember that one. Work done is magnitude of force multiplied with magnitude of displacement. So what kind of work is done? It's what kind of quantity is the work done? It's a vector or a scalar?
Scalar quantity.
It's a scalar quantity. Okay. As well, you remember that when we do the work, we used to say, I have done the work of 4 joule, or this engine has done a work of 5 joule. We don't say it has done a work of 5 joule in this direction or that direction, in which direction. Okay. So work done is a scalar quantity. It's a scalar quantity. Force is a which quantity?
Vector quantity.
It's a vector quantity. Here displacement is also a vector quantity. Okay. So here what we are taking magnitude of force multiplied with magnitude of displacement. Magnitude of force, we have removed the direction. Displacement as well, we have removed the direction. And both are acting in the same direction. Yes or no? This is a force in the same direction the displacement is taking place. Okay, we have taken the magnitude, that is the work done. Okay, this is clear. Okay, so here it is simple multiplication. Okay, this we will be discussing more in detail after some time as well. Okay, that how we are multiplying these two vectors to get a scalar. Okay, that we'll be discussing later. Okay, this will be back to here. Okay, so this thing is clear. So on page number 20, see one box is given in blue. Above that, 2 lines are there. Thus, the amount of work done depends on both factors. The factors are the magnitude of the force applied and the magnitude of the displacement produced. Okay, these 2 lines are important. Okay, or how we can define the amount of work done? The amount of work done by a force. So who is doing the work here? This force is doing the work. This force is doing the work. Is the product of the force and the displacement of the point of application of the force in the direction of force. So where this point is being displaced in the direction of the force, this point of application of the force has been displaced in the direction of the force applied. So we can simply write work done as product of the force applied, magnitude of the force into magnitude of the displacement. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if any of these quantities is 0, work done will be 0. If no force is applied, it means no work done is no force applied, it won't move. So work done will be 0. If displacement is 0, work done is 0. This is fine. Okay. Now we will derive the expression for the work done. Okay. That is Fs cos theta we are going to derive. Okay. So see here, for example, the direction of force and the direction of displacement, they are different. That is, we are applying force in this direction, but body gets displaced in any other direction. Okay, that time how we are going to calculate the amount of work done. This usually happen with you as well. Sometimes you apply force in direction, but displacement takes place in some other direction. So in that case, how to calculate the amount of work done? Okay, so here a case is being taken when Okay, we are having an inclined plane. So for example, we are having an inclined plane, and here is our body. Okay, not our body, the block body. Okay, box. We are having the, okay, this is the body, and it is to be displaced. Okay, now a force is being applied. Force applied is in this direction. Force applied is in this direction. But see here, since it is inclined, in which direction the body will be getting displaced? In this direction it will get displaced. This body is going to be displaced in this direction. The body is going to be displaced in this direction. For example, it has reached, after force is being applied, and it has reached this position. Okay. And the force, okay, consider it here, it will be more better. Okay. So force applied. Okay. So this inclined plane, it is inclined at an angle of theta. Okay. Now we are applying the force in this direction, but it will be displaced in this direction at an angle of theta. Okay. It has, for example, it has reached this position. And this is the displacement, let it be S. So from A to B, the displacement is AB, that is S. S is the displacement. What is the direction of displacement? This is the direction of displacement. Understood this one? This is clear? This is the body.
Yes, sir.
In this direction, we have applied the force, but body get displaced in this direction. Okay. Now, how to calculate the work done? So there are two ways to calculate the work done. Okay. First, either we can find the component of force. That is, force is being applied in this direction. We'll find its component in this direction. That how much is the force applied in this direction? Its component we are going to calculate. Okay. So force is in direction. We will find how much is in force applied in this direction. Out of this, how much force is being applied in this direction? That is, its component we are going to take at an angle theta, making with this force direction. Okay, in this direction we'll make. Now both these will be in the same direction, and we will multiply them. This is clear. This is the first way. Second way is that. Second way is what? Force is this direction. We can take the component of displacement in this direction. This is the displacement. Its component we can take in this direction. That is, how much is the displacement in this direction? And that we can multiply with the force. This is clear. So there are two ways to make the direction same. How? First, we can take the component of force in the direction of displacement, and we can multiply them. Or this displacement's component we will take in the direction of the force. That is, how much is the displacement in this horizontal direction? Okay, this is the second case. First case, how much is the force applied in this direction? Okay, so we'll find the component of force applied in this direction. How much is force applied in this direction? Understood this thing? This thing is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first, what we are going to do in first case, we are going to find the how much is the force applied in this direction. Okay, first case book has taken. Okay, first displacement they have taken. Okay, so first case we'll be taking what is the displacement in this direction. Okay, what is the displacement in this direction we take first. Okay, in the direction of the force applied we are taking. Okay, this is clear as per the book we will go. So first, how much is the displacement in this direction? A, B, this is C. They have taken the same. Okay, 1 minute. They have taken B here and C here. Okay, B and C. Okay, so we have to find first the component of this displacement in this direction. So see here how they are. It's a triangle. Its length is S. This is at an angle of theta. This is B. This is A. This is C. So we have to find the value of AB. We have to find the value of AB. Is this clear? We have to find the value of AB. Okay. Now how to calculate the value of AB? Do you remember? This is base. This is hypotenuse. So cos theta. What will be the value of cos theta? What is the value of cos theta? Anyone
Base by
remember?
hypotenuse.
Base upon hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
Okay, base is AB divided by AC. Okay, and cos theta equal to, what is AB? AB we have to calculate, because we have to calculate how much is the displacement in this direction. This AB we have to calculate. Okay, this AB we have to calculate. This is the amount of displacement in this direction. What we are taking? Component of displacement in this direction. And how much is the component of displacement in this direction? AB. So AB, and AC is how much? S. So AB is how much? S cos theta. So value of AB is how much? S cos theta. Understood this one? So see here, you can replace it like this. This is the force applied, and displacement is how much? S cos theta. They are in the same direction now. They are in the same direction. Multiply them. F, this is simple multiplication. S cos theta. Or you can write F S cos theta. Understood this one? So in this case, what we are doing? We are taking the displacements component in the direction of the force, making them in the same direction, that is force, and this is the component of displacement in this direction, that is how much is the displacement along the force in the direction of the force, and multiply them. So this is the force, this is the amount of work done. See here, what is the amount of work done? Force, magnitude of force multiplied with magnitude of displacement and the angle between them. Yes or no? And the angle between them. This is the force applied and this is the displacement. You can see this is the force applied, and how much is the angle between them? Theta. So force, its component we have taken S cos theta in this direction. F into S cos theta. Secondly, what we are going to do? We'll take its component in this direction. Okay, we will get the same answer. So how the work is done? Work is being calculated. Magnitude of force multiplied with magnitude of displacement and multiplied with cos of the angle between force and displacement. Understood this thing?
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay. Now the second case. This time we'll take force component in this direction. That is, we are applying force in this direction. So how much is the force in this direction? How much is the force applied in this direction? Where? So that means we have to calculate the component of force in this direction. How much is force applied in this direction? Okay. So how we are going to take? So for force here, this is the force applied, and we have to calculate the force in this direction, theta. Okay. Okay. This is like this. Okay. This is the force and this component in this direction, and this is the, okay, this is the vertical. This is sine component, this is cos component. So in this direction, if this is force, how much is this one? Again, you can mark them. A, B, C, P, Q, R, something like that. You can mark P. Okay. What book has taken those points? So let's take. Okay. P. Okay. It has used different one. It has used this triangle. Okay. So for, okay, we take this one only. Okay. So P, Q, and this will be A. Okay. A. Okay. So in this direction we need. Okay. So how we are going to relate this one? This is the triangle. For this angle, this is base. Yes or no? This will be the base. If you rotate
Yes,
it,
sir.
you will be getting the triangle like this. This will be the theta angle. Okay. And this side, this is the base. 1 minute only I will take. Cos theta equal to PQ upon PA. So PQ equal to how much? PA cos theta. And PA is how much? F cos theta. So its component in this direction is how much? F cos theta. Okay. This I will tell you again tomorrow. Okay. This thing I will tell you again tomorrow. F cos theta in this direction. Now what will be the work done? F cos theta into S or Fs cos theta again. Same thing only we are getting. So what we have taken the component of force in this direction. Okay. So F cos theta into S will do. This is S, this is F cos theta. If you multiply them, we'll get the amount of work done. Again, the same thing, magnitude of force, magnitude of displacement, and the angle between, cos of the angle of between force and displacement. Okay, this is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now one more thing only tell. Work done equal to Fs cos theta. Okay, this is nothing but dot product. If two vectors are there, if we take their dot product, it will be a scalar quantity. Fs cos theta, it's a dot product. This is clear? Fs cos theta is a dot product. Okay, in moment of torque, we have taken which kind of product? Between force and the perpendicular distance. Which kind of? It was cross product. It was cross product. Yes or no? Cross product we have
Yes,
taken?
sir.
That was the cross product. Therefore, moment of torque, moment of force is nothing but it's a vector. Okay. Here we are taking dot product. That will be the amount of work done. Okay. So they were in perpendicular direction. Do you remember? This is the force applied. This is the line of action of the force. How much distance is the pivot from the line of action of force perpendicularly? So they were perpendicular to each other. We have taken this cross product. Okay. Here they must be in the same line. Okay. So their component we are taking cos theta. So it's a dot product here. Okay. Dot product of two vectors is always a scalar quantity. Okay. So revise up to here till special cases. Okay. Till special cases, revise. If you have doubt, ask tomorrow. Okay. And do the numericals. Okay. Then we end the class here. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anything you want to ask, you can ask. Okay, then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.